Hi, kindergarten. We are going to move on to some math today. So we are talking about a new number, the number 23, which has a 2 in it and a 3 in it, 23. So what I need you to do is I need you to find your hundreds chart. So it will look like that. Mrs. Cummins has included it in this package because I think I forgot to do it last week. So this week, you will have your hundreds chart. So grab your hundreds chart and also grab one block so that we can count together, okay? So we are going to count all the way up to 23. Are we ready? So I want you to grab your block out and I want you to go to number 1. Are you ready? Let's do it together. All right. Let's see if we can see it here. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, go down and all the way over here. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Stop. Go back over here. 21, 22, 23. Stop. Put your block back on number 23, and I want you to tell me what number comes after number 23. Let's look. So if it comes after, we're going to go one space over. So I'm going to go one space over to number 24. 24 comes after 23. Let's put our block back on number 23 and let's go back one. So what comes before the number 23? So our block needs to go back one space, and that is number 22. 22 comes before 23. Good. So if you notice, a 2 and a 3 is 23. So let's move on to our number of the day worksheet. So for that, you will need your dry erase marker and your sock to erase it, right? So the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to write our number 23. So our big star on this side is where we put the number 23. So we're going to make a 2 first. So we're going to start up high, rainbow bright, down the slide, down the slide, straight to the right. So there's my 2, and now I'm going to make my 3. Half a circle, back up again, half a circle, once again. Do you see my 23? Yes, number 23. Let's go to our hundreds chart and let's see if we can find the number 23 in our hundreds chart. Let's see if I can find it. I think I have found it. When you have found your number 23, you need to color that square, just like Mrs. Cummins did. Do you see my number 23? I colored it in. When you are done that, we will move on to our 10 frames. So remember, you don't have to color the whole entire box. You can just put a dot in there or a circle. That's easier. All right, so we're going to start up at the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go down all the way over here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stop. We're going to go to the next 10 frame and keep going. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Stop. We're going to go down. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Stop. We're going to go down to the next one. 21, 22, 23. Stop. We are at 23. So we filled 2 10 frames and then 3 on the next 10 frame. That makes 23. we're going to tally. I know tallying is a little bit tricky to do, but I think we can do it together, okay? Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and cross. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and cross. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and cross. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and cross. 20, 21, 22, 23, and stop. We did 23. All right, I'm going to write the number word down for you. You don't have to write the word 23. That's okay. I'm going to write it though and show you what the word looks like, okay? So 23 starts with the ta sound, which is the letter T, right? All right, so here is the word 23. And I know we've been talking about our number words from 0 to 10, so I'm sure you know what this one says. It says 3, right? So that's our number of the day. It's number 23. And I think we are going to now move on to our math, which is going to be talking about measuring mass, which is like measuring light things and heavy things. So if you have these papers, you may pull them out. Yours will be blank. I already did my work, but if you have those, you may pull them out. So the first thing I am going to show you is I'm going to show you some flashcards. And the flashcards show something on the side. They show a scale. This is called a scale, and it measures mass, which means it measures how heavy something is or how light something is. So this word says heavy, and heavy starts with the letter H. So it's showing on the scale that if it is heavy, this part will go all the way down to the bottom, and this side will go all the way to the top. So this means it is heavy. It's just like when you go on a teeter-totter, like a seesaw, a teeter-totter. So when you go on a teeter-totter, if somebody is heavier than you, then they're going to be at the bottom, and the person that is lighter than you is going to be up at the top. So it's just like a teeter-totter. So this word is called, says light. Light starts with an L. And if you notice here, if it's something that's light, it's going to be up at the top. And if it's heavy, it's going to be down at the bottom. So I'm going to show you what a scale looks like. So here is my scale at school. So right now it's nice and balanced, which means this side is not heavy or light and this side is not heavy or light. It's just right. It's right in the middle. It's balanced. So I'm going to find two things in my classroom and we are going to measure the mass. We're going to see how heavy something is and how light something is. So I have two objects. I have my big block and I have a piece of corn from our food bucket and I'm going to put it in. Which one do you think is going to be heavier, the corn or the block? That's tricky to find out. Let's see if we can put them in our scale and measure it. So I'm going to put my block in on this side. Oh, if you look, this is going down, and I'm going to put my corn on this side. If you look at my scale, which one is lower and heavier? You're right. It's my block. My block is heavier than my corn. My corn is lighter than the block. Yes. So this is what a scale looks like, and you can measure so many things with a scale. And Mrs. Cummins uses a scale to measure her meat, or I use a scale to measure my weight. There are different things that you can use a scale for. What if you had an elephant on one side of the scale and a teeny tiny mouse on the other side of the scale? Do you think your elephant would be heavier than the mouse or lighter than the mouse? I think the elephant is a lot heavier than the mouse, right? So the heavy elephant would be down at the bottom, and the mouse would be way up at the top, right? If they were on a teeter-totter, the elephant would be on the bottom and the mouse would be at the top, right? What if you went on the teeter-totter with your dad or your mom? Do you think your mom or your dad would be lighter than you, or would they be heavier than you? I think my mom or dad would be heavier than Mrs. Cummins. Yes. So that's what we're talking about today. So I gave you some worksheets, and this worksheet says blank is heavier than me. So look, I drew Mrs. Cummins way up at the top because I'm nice and light, and the car is heavier than Mrs. Cummins. So you have to draw something down here that would be heavier than you. It could be a car. It could be an excavator. And for Travis, you could put a big tractor on there. And for Sebastian, you could put a big motorcycle on there. And for Jada and all my other girls and Leah and Hannah and Holly and Ayana, you could put maybe a big dollhouse on there, or a big bike on there. Those are lots of things that you can put on. And for all my other friends like Ezra and Willem and Curtis and all my other friends that I've missed, Emmett, Grayson, you can also put something that's super heavy on there, like what else could you put? Maybe a big airplane. I think an airplane is heavier than you, right? Yeah, there's lots of things that are heavier than you, right? So here is the page that says what can be lighter than you. Mrs. Cummins is at the bottom because I'm heavier than a basketball. A basketball is lighter than Mrs. Cummins. So something that is lighter than you. So it could be a piece of paper, or it could be a pen, or you could put a little block, or a Lego piece, or a dinky car. Different things that would be lighter than you. Okay, so that's your job today. I hope you had a fun math lesson, and I will see you in a little bit to talk about your art project. Okay, bye everybody. Have a great afternoon or morning.